Nebraska. Questions? Scott, when you did go back and watch the game on Saturday, what did you think overall of Adrian's performance, and was there ever a point in the game where you thought gave any consideration to playing anybody else there?
No, we missed some things offensively that we shouldn't have missed. Some of that was on the quarterback position, some of it wasn't. I think we did well enough there at times. There was times when we were struggling a little bit, and quarterback was part of that. And then we'd put a couple drives together, and he made some fantastic plays too. So it just needs to be a little more consistent.
Is there? I know injury obviously health plays a role with all those guys, but compared to over the summer or the spring, do you think has the gap between number one and the rest of your room has it closed at all?
I don't want to talk about depth chart or anything like that. Adrian did some really good things, needs to play better. We missed some wide open guys Saturday, and that can't happen. I don't know how much of that has to do with his health, but the other guys are playing really well. So feel good about the depth there.
In your coaching career, how challenging has this season been with all three guys getting dinged up at different times and having to sort of mix and match in practice and mix and match in the games? How challenging has this been, and how's it maybe affected your offense?
Yeah, there's been a lot of challenges, but overall, the quarterbacks have played well enough for us to win. We got to get better around them. We got to give them a little more time so they're more comfortable staying in the pocket. We got to get some more weapons in the program, and the guys we have on the field need to be in the right spots so the quarterback can trust them there. And everybody always looks at the quarterback, and there's been some good and bad there, and certainly having guys nicked up hasn't helped. But we're going to continue to get better around him.
With a guy like Ramir Johnson, how do you view if you're going to use him, even if it's in a limited role for a game, or how you balance how to use a guy or not?
I've been saying all year, when guys are ready to play, it's pretty obvious to us as coaches when they're ready to get in there and play. I think Ramir's really close. We've been trying to limit it to 4 games this year, and I think he's played 2, so we got 3 games left.
You played this 4th freshman, I think over 4 this year. I mean, do you plan to keep it at that number at this point? Do you see anyone surpassing that 4 mark?
No, I mean, we're going to try to use as many guys as we can without wasting a year. And if guys were going to get limited reps, it doesn't make any sense to play them 30 snaps all year and have that be one of the years of eligibility. So we got to look out for the team, number one, but also for those guys' well-being. And just burning a year to play a few snaps here and there doesn't make sense. But if we have games left with them, we'll try.
How big is the goal right now? Is it just next snap, next play, next practice, or do you reset it a little bit for the last 3 weeks of the season?
No, our goal's the same as it's always going to be. We got to get better, and I thought they practiced spirit today, had fun out there today, and our goal is not going to change. We got a lot of ground yet to cover. A lot of things to fix, but that's where our mind's going to be.
Do your methods for doing that, getting better, do they change at all? I mean, do you assess the way things have gone, the way that you've attacked it, and alter that because they are not working at this stage?
What's not working?
If you feel like the way that you say you want to get better, are you changing the way that you look at getting better, how you do that?
As coaches, you always have to continue to adjust schematically everything else. So we'll take a hard look at anything that's causing issues or lack of progress in the off season. I'll look at everything. Right now, our focus is on being out on the practice field and getting better today.
How do you feel about your leadership you're getting from your guys right now?
Again, those are some big picture issues I'm happy to talk about in length after the season. Right now our focus is on doing the best we can to get better today and then getting ready for Wisconsin.
Defensively, you were really good early in the game, good in the third quarter. When you watched the film, what was different between the good and the touchdown guys?
We watched and poured over that thing. There was times when the defense played really well. There were some serious breakdowns in coverage that I think needed to be addressed on the coaching staff and on the team. In that game, we gave up too many easy things, and there's simple things we can do to fix that. But that's kind of been the story is we can't seem to, as a team, play great at the same time. The defense played well, and special teams played well and put offense in position to have 20 or 30 points at halftime, and offense didn't do it. And then the offense rallies and gets us 2 leads in the fourth quarter, and the defense gave up 4 drives at the end of the first half and second So we got to put it all together. When this thing turns, it's really going to turn. But we got to play a more complete game as a team.
You are heading into a November where you play some physical teams, two in particular, starting with Wisconsin. Do you feel like your team is better prepared for that now than it was maybe last year?
I think in a lot of areas we've made a ton of progress. There's some other areas I'm not satisfied with where it is. I don't want to pick two teams in this league out and say they're physical. This whole league's physical. So we got a lot of respect for the guys that we're getting ready to play in the next few weeks. I think we're a stronger team than we were. We still need more depth in a few things of that nature, but when injuries pop up and you don't have the depth, it really starts to limit you a little bit. But our guys are excited and they're fighting, and we've had some unit meetings, the whole offense and whole defense, to kind of show some of the little things that are holding them back right now, and we got to get them addressed.
You and Coach Schneider have said in the past that your focus defensively is keeping the points down and not necessarily as concerned about yards. What's the point, I guess, of where you want your team to be and what totally you want other teams to be at?
Again, these are big picture questions. I'm happy to answer after the season, but I don't need to get off track with what we need to be focused on right now. The only thing I'm really worried about with points is that we have more than somebody else at the end of the game.
How are you guys working on fumbles? You have 23 this year.
We work on it every day.
From a recruiting standpoint, I know you've got guys out on the road this week. Is there a point where struggles on the field make that more challenging? No. People see where this is going, and we're not going to lose sight of that. This group has done an unbelievable job getting a program turned. It's certainly not happening as fast as I want it to, but we're going to get it done. That's why I'm here. Knew this thing wasn't in great shape when we took over, and we knew we had a lot of things to fix. We're in the process of doing that. The exciting thing is we got a lot of really good young players on this team. I think there's tremendous opportunity for recruits to come in and try to make an impact early, and that vision and opportunity is going to help us on the recruiting trail a lot.
Scott, I know you guys have those Friday practices for the younger guys the coaches have talked about. What have you seen from some of those guys who maybe they're not going to play this year, but what are you seeing behind the scenes that I guess would give you optimism about that group?
Yeah, just the development, and we got to continue to develop those guys. But the Friday practices look completely different than they did a year ago, and even if some of those guys aren't ready to play, I think there's a lot of guys in that group that are be contributing real soon.
Bye weeks are pretty close together overall on the schedule, but do you take a different approach to this one compared to the last one, or are they pretty similar?
It's been pretty similar. We shortened practice up just a little bit yesterday and today, but we practiced yesterday, today. A lot of the coaches are out on the road. We're going to have one more practice Friday and give the guys some time off to get ready for Wisconsin.
On that recruiting piece, can you speak to the importance of these last two home games? Are they going to be big opportunities for you to have guys here, or are you looking more toward December on those visits?
No, it's both. You run out of weekends. This is a year that falls where we only have 2 recruiting weekends in December, so we got to take advantage of the 2 home games and the 2 weekends in December and get as many guys in here that we want as we can.
Anything else? Thanks. Yeah. Thanks.